The Nebraska Legislature's Appropriation Committee scrutinizes COVID-19 and its impact on early childhood development. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Nebraska Legislature's Appropriations Committee is studying the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the early childhood workforce, as well as the financing requirements needed to ensure a high-quality early childhood system in the state. The committee's chairman, Gearing Senator John Stinner, introduced Legislative Resolution 390 back in July to authorize this study. During a hearing in Lincoln yesterday morning, Stinner said the committee had the obligation to set budget and policy decisions that allow and encourage Nebraska to prosper.
Long term, this is about closing the workforce gap. Short term is how we measure the COVID impact and how we get people back to work.
Tuesday's hearing at the Capitol featured invited testimony from various experts and stakeholders, including researchers, university and government officials, business leaders, and child care providers. Well, the Scottsbluff City Council Monday approved a very modest increase in the overall price tag of the 23 Club renovation project. Increases in the price of lumber and steel since bids technically expired in June were the primary drivers in the request to boost the overall project costs by just over $12,500, which will be incurred by the 23 Club organization. The city was approached about making the changes after a survey of contractors and material suppliers finding higher material prices since early summer. Jack Baker with Baker & Associates had also requested a change to the penalty clause of the contract, either by pushing back the completion date from May 15, 2021, and or eliminating the late completion penalties of $500 per day. City Manager Rick Kukon told KNEB News the council approved modifying those dates as well. And as the sun set over the Panhandle on Tuesday evening in one Scottsbluff neighborhood, they were bathed in blue as residents showed support for local law enforcement. Officers from the Scottsbluff County Sheriff's Department, Nebraska State Patrol, and Scottsbluff Police were presented with the visual display in the area near West 42nd Street, and in turn, they added their cruiser emergency lights to the effort. Area resident Barb Goldman told KNEB News the idea to honor local law enforcement started due in part to anti-police protests and riots elsewhere. Officers were also given goodie bags of candy, as young and old alike in the neighborhood wanted to express their appreciation for everything done by local law enforcement. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your midweek forecast. He'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Nebraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, how about clear skies tonight? Nothing happening. Another broken record kind of a forecast here. Temps fall down into the 30s overnight, so a bit cooler. Quiet weather continues, dry the next 7 to 10 days, Temps will go up and down. That's really about it. But that fire danger is going to be high. 84 yesterday. We were cooler than that today, but into the 80s yesterday. Nothing in the rain gauge. This is where we're going to end the month of September here. We have today to add on to that. So less than half of what we should have for the month, and we're going to enter the month of October now well below normal at nearly 6 inches. The red flag warnings up in portions of South Dakota, these are air quality advisories. That is for the fire there, about in this general vicinity, off to the west of Laramie there in the Albany, Wyoming area. 71 in McCook, 74 in Hayes, 63 in Sioux Falls right now. We have 60s and 70s here in our area. Laramie checks in at 66. There's temps in the 60s all across the Panhandle in southeastern Wyoming, anywhere from 60 to 69. So we've got the whole gamut of 60s covered. Still pretty gusty, especially off to the east of us. Winds out of the north-northwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Forecast for tomorrow, when you get on that bus, sunny skies. It's going to be chillier tomorrow. We'll be in the upper 30s. Then on the way home, mainly sunny skies and highs out there into the mid-60s, or at least temps in the mid-60s on that bus ride home. Zippity-doo-dah happening tonight. Just a few clouds overhead. That is it. And low temperatures overnight going to fall down into the 30s. For most of us, another hard freeze coming here from Chadron to Alliance and up in the portions of the Sandhills there. Temperatures could fall into the upper 20s to near 30 degrees in those locations. Back at the forecast for tomorrow, this is in motion. It's sunny, it's boring, it's quiet here across the area. Not going to be quite as breezy tomorrow, so temps going to be about the same, but it's probably going to feel a bit warmer tomorrow as we aren't going to have any breezes out there to be concerned with, at least not as many as today. And temperatures in the 60s tomorrow here across the high plains again. So pretty quiet weather and definitely no precip coming the next few days. Clear tonight, at least mainly clear. Lows down around 36, so cooler tonight. Tomorrow, it's not going to be 15 to 25. We'll have comfortable winds. Winds probably in that 5 to 15 mile an hour range. Temperatures in the upper 60s. Our 7-day forecast continues up and down. We're in the 70s on Friday. Frontal system comes through late Friday into Saturday, bringing us breezy conditions. Temps in the mid-60s on Saturday. We warm up to the 70s Sunday, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, low 80s on the table with dry conditions there for that entire 7-day forecast.
With magnificent views and a majestic rolling landscape, Scenic Knolls Golf Course welcomes you. Located 2 miles north of Mitchell, make your way to the top course in the valley. Recent renovations and the highest quality greens in western Nebraska provide a fantastic golf experience at a terrific value. Scenic Knolls provides exciting golf for all skill levels and is where PGA Tour pro Nate Lashley got his start. After your round or anytime you're hungry, stop into Ayala's restaurant for good food and drinks. Call today and book your tee time or go online at mitchellcity.net/recreation.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the VIAERO family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at VIAERO.com or your nearest VIAERO store. VIAERO Wireless, keeping you connected.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Welcome back. Nebraska officials are defending the state's $27 million contract with a Utah company to provide coronavirus testing services. In early April, state labs were running short on testing supplies. At the same time, all states were trying to significantly increase testing for the virus. Doug Carlson with the state's Department of Administrative Services told Nebraska lawmakers on Monday that the state was having trouble finding testing supplies until Nomi Health offered to step in. The state agreed to a no-bid contract to set up Test Nebraska and provide up to 540,000 tests over the next 6 months. Some state lawmakers have questioned the contract. Well, Nebraska will receive more than $46 million in federal money to help pay for repairs to roads and bridges that were needed after widespread flooding struck the state last spring. The federal money is part of $574 million in emergency aid announced on Tuesday that the U.S. Transportation Department is distributing to 39 states and Puerto Rico. Nebraska transportation officials have said the flooding in March of 2019 forced the closure of 3,300 miles of highway in the state and damaged 27 bridges. And breezy weather continues to fan a wildfire threatening a handful of cabin communities in southeastern Wyoming. Firefighters worked Tuesday to protect cabins on private lands within Medicine Bow National Forest. They are moving wood piles, propane tanks, and other flammable items away from the cabins and setting up sprinklers nearby. Clear weather is helping as over a dozen planes and helicopters scoop water from Rob Roy Reservoir and other lakes to dump on the fire. Winds up to 15 miles per hour continue to keep the fire growing. However, the fire has burned almost 130 square miles, up from 122 square miles earlier this week. Well, coming up after the break, we'll head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet their featured Pet of the Week. They'll meet Layla right after this.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son, or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
Be water wise. Did you know that most people over-fertilize their lawns and gardens? This means your fertilizer and money wash down the storm drain into our waterways, where it makes dangerous algae grow. So the next time you fertilize the yard, remember, you're not just fertilizing your lawn, so don't overwater or use fertilizer when rain is in the forecast. Smart waterways add to clean water. This is a message from Tri-City Stormwater.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Welcome back. For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Layla, an awesome dog that needs a great forever home.
This is Layla. She is our featured pet of the week because she's been here before. She's a dog about 3 years old. She's super sweet. She knows the basics to learn and sit and everything. Super sweet. Should be a great dog for any household. You just got to do a meet and greet with any of your animals if you have any other animals. But other than that, she's a big love bug. So the adoption cost is $150. It includes her vaccinations, her rabies, and she already comes fixed. Reason why I picked her was because she was adopted from here recently. I think she came in as a stray again. She just deserves to go to a home and stay at a home, not come back anymore.
To meet Layla or any of the dogs and cats they have available for adoption, you can head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society during normal business hours. Well, straight ahead, we'll take a peek at what's happening around the region on your community calendar. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of Remax Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, Remax, and settle down.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
And finally tonight, Scottsbluff Public Schools have a new elementary science curriculum this year, intended to help students make sense of the physical world around them. PhD Science, a phenomenon-driven curriculum that explores core science concepts, is now in use in the 3rd through 5th grades, and a pilot of the K through 2nd grade version is underway for 2nd graders. At Lake Minnetonka Elementary, Principal Jeremy Benke tells us the new offering provides hands-on opportunities in a format that varies from what was offered in the past.
We're really changing the way we do science rather than the teacher standing up there and always giving the content. We're kind of shifting that a little bit, and we're giving them a hands-on experience followed by the content, so a little bit of that ABC activity before content is really taking place, and then the kids are discovering why rather than the teacher telling them why.
Banke says educators expect the new curriculum will generate a lot of excitement and a desire to explore among the students, with a dedicated science instructor added to each school building teaching grades 2 through 5. Following successful implementation of the current program in the upper grade elementary classroom and in the pilot, district officials will consider full adoption of the K through 2nd grade version and a pilot of a 6th through 8th grade version when available. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.